I think that when people say, hey, let's do passive income, they go into like Spam City USA oftentimes. You know, I have passive income when I'm investing in early stage startups that then go sell for 400x and I didn't do anything. I made money. Shit, I made more money on my passive income probably than my hustle income. They both work, but please make sure that your passive income has practicality to it, because all the people that have tried to create systems and automate their cash, there's been a very small percentage of people that have been able to lay on the beach while they collect money on the internet. A lot of that stuff is completely ludicrous, and I promise you the ones in the 1% of passive income spent a boatload of hard work and hard time to get to that evergreen place up in the sky. And so, you know, I think that there's an enormous, massive misunderstanding that there are almost zero people that have pulled off substantial success without putting in real time and effort. Now, we all have different ambitions and goals. Do I think that it's easier to create $60,000 a year in passive income on the internet today? I sure do. And if that's what your goal and ambition is, that's more practical than millions. Millions of dollars in passive income on the internet, smoking weed in Jamaica while it just keeps coming in, is just not as real as you think, partner. You like that one? Right? Because that's what everybody thinks it is. Like, that's not real. Show me. Because I'll show you a billion people that like have won through hard work. Show me. Show me this magical person. Because I'll show you somebody who sells you that dream, but isn't actually doing it. That I'll show you. You want me to hire some models for the afternoon and get a boat and go to some sunny place and be like, this is it? I'll show you that. You want me to show you the people on Instagram who go take all the money they own in the world in $100 forms in the bank and throw it on a bed and take a picture and then put it back in their bank? I'll show you that. I'll show you the front of this passive income dream of the internet. Sorry.
I thought that started out a little too soft.
Is that right? You're happy that you're happy I picked up a little crescendo?
I have a question about passive income, and
okay.
I want to know what kind of trends do you see for a person interested in that? I don't want to be stuck in an office 9 to 5 for the rest of my...
Well, passive income comes in two forms. 97% of the form is the douchiest, shittiest thing on earth, and 3% is the tried and true thing that has actually created passive income in the history of mankind. So let's find out which side you're on. How are you thinking about, when you say passive income, do you mean what do you mean?
I mean not having to work all day long. I want to be on a beach in Mexico instead of being on an office in Sweden in cold November.
Are you being serious right now?
Yes, I'm serious.
Okay. The quickest way to not be on a beach in Mexico is to think that passive income exists. It's a bad mindset. I really believe that. I think the reason so many scumbuckets are making so much money is because you're buying stupid fucking courses over and over, thinking there's some fucking magic formula for passive income. Passive income looks like this. You take money that you can afford to go to zero, and you put them into two places that have historically created passive income. Public markets, that you don't care if it goes up and down and you just wait to the end, or real estate, and you hope that your real estate area doesn't get crushed. Everything else almost doesn't exist.
I'm thinking more of real estate because I've been involved in it in Sweden.
Love it.
And for all the Danish people, it's pretty like the government is very restricting on creating a real estate business. It's a lot of taxes. It's really hard if you don't have the money in the beginning.
And so shouldn't you work your face off to get money, not buy dumb shit like a watch and then put it into the real estate?
Yes, I should.
Okay. Look, you know, and I think you know, and I'm happy I can see your energy. I'm so passionate about this issue. There are people that are ripping people off at the level of hundreds of millions of dollars because they're selling this dream because they made a video with pretty girls in a beach in the background and are making people spend $1,000, $2,000. It's breaking my heart. Passive income doesn't exist, and anything that starts with I don't want to work is already a problem. What you need to do is I understand I don't want to work in an office or something I'm not passionate about. The best way to make money is to make less money than you're making now, enough to still live, because you gotta live, around something that does interest you because you wake up 8 years later and something good is actually happening. So it's not everybody wants to make it the extreme of, I'm sitting in my job, I hate it, this sucks, all the way to beach in Mexico, but there's a real in between, which is why I wrote Crush It, which is at night, when you're done with your shit job that is paying for the life that you have to live right now, you don't take some of that money and buy dumb shit like 17 beers watching the World Cup. What you do instead is you work on something on the internet that costs you nothing to start, save all those dollars, build something for yourself over 7 years, and then transition from the shit job to your own business. That's passive.
Okay, thank you.
You can live on 6 hours sleep. So you have 18 hours. You have 18 goddamn hours. I want to know what you're doing with your 18 hours. Because you can work your 9 to 5, and that's 9, and you can travel for an hour here and there. Respect. Nice little solid commute. Oh, you want to be a family man? Mazel tov. You can spend 2 hours with your kids. What are you doing with those other 5 hours? You're watching House of fucking Cards. You're playing Madden. You're relaxing from the other intense 10. Gary, I already spent 11 hours. Well, great. Then don't complain or want more. Respect that by getting rest and this and that, you were giving up opportunity to go into a new world. You want the audacity to have a 1% life. Let's call it what it is. You want to live as well as the 1 to 2% in the world. It's not very complicated. The math is very raw. Like if you want to have one of the best lives in the world, which is you live on your terms, you have to pay your dues to get there. And you have to be lucky enough to figure out that you had talent in the thing that you actually want to do. Because you can work 24 hours a day, and if you stink at golf, or you're not a good content producer, or your logos look like the shit I would make, then you're gonna lose. So that's what you gotta do. She or he has to love the game. For me, a purebred entrepreneur, she or he loves the journey, not the stuff. You know, one of the things I struggle with in the current state of entrepreneurship is a lot of people want the vacations, the watches, you know, even the context of this, you guys have such incredible imagery. I think it's remarkable. Who doesn't want fine things in life? Yeah. But I think that if you're in the game just for the fine things in life, for the bottles and the models and the private planes, I think you're gonna lose. And it definitely is not my definition of an entrepreneur. My definition of an entrepreneur is somebody who can't live without doing their thing and trying to create, literally suffocated.
When I was young though, I learned, because I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, you work hard, you get a deal, you reward yourself, buy yourself a watch. What's your thoughts on that philosophy?
I think that worked for your DNA, and I respect that. You know, I don't think you get to judge what somebody does with the fruits of their labor. Yeah. For me, I think that that's what's amazing about anything, which is there's many different definitions. For you, you know, go out, work your face off, win, and reward yourself with something is exactly right. For me, the reward is pouring more of the dollars and energy into the company, not buying stuff for myself. It's one and the same. Yeah. It's one and the same. I don't judge, you know, I talk a lot about like, stop posting cash and Lamborghinis and private jets, not because I don't think one deserves it after they work hard, it's that so many of the people on Instagram that are posting that are fronting. 100%. I mean, they're like literally driving to a private plane pad, taking the photo and then driving home. They're full of shit. And so, to me, I think it's amazing if somebody wants to buy an Armani suit or a $5,000 pair of belt or a diamond ring for $100,000. I don't, but that doesn't mean that's right or wrong. What I'm doing with that same $100,000 instead of a ring is I'm hiring 2 more people because I'm trying to buy the jewelry company, not a piece of the jewelry. Stop crying and just keep hustling. Hustle is the most important word ever. And that's what you need to do. You need to work so hard. Guys, we're building businesses here. This isn't about parties. We're building businesses.
I used to work in a liquor store from 7 in the morning to 10 at night for 7 straight years, and the only days off I took were to watch the New York Jets. And you know what that did? It made me throw up on myself, so that wasn't a vacation. I don't want to hear about this job thing, right? 9 to 5, I don't have time. If you want this, if you're miserable, or if you don't like it, or you want to do something else and you have a passion somewhere else, work 9 to 5, spend a couple hours with your family. 7 to 2 in the morning is plenty of time to do damage. But that's it. It's not gonna happen any other way. You're not gonna make stickers and give out swag and everybody's gonna give a shit about your site. I mean, you start building your equity and your brand and whatever you're trying to accomplish after hours. Everybody has time. Stop watching fucking Lost. That's a good overheard, right? That was a good overheard. So, you know what I mean? I mean, if you want this, if you want bling bling, if you want to buy the jets, if you want to do shit, work. That's how you get it.